Good morning, Steeler Nation. Happy Tuesday. Today is the day we've been all been waiting for. It's the first day of volunteered OTAs, and your Pittsburgh Steelers will be taking the field today. Today, we're going to be talking about offensive line. I'm going to get involved in get the conversation going about what's going on in the trenches. I'm Daniel J. This is State of the Steelers, and welcome to the Huddle. Welcome back. Today at the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex, the Pittsburgh Steelers will be taking the field, and all eyes will be on the quarterback position and specifically the rotation. And rightfully so, as this will be the first year since the 04 season where there's been so many question marks and uncertainty at that position. But equally, important and arguably more important is going to be the offensive line position, specifically the three in the inside. Last year, we didn't do so well. And there was no coincidence once Adrian Clem departed the Steelers late in the season that Kendrick Green was also not on the starting offensive line. In my opinion, he was one of the bigger, weaker points of the offensive line last year, which resulted in us having a 29th ranked rushing offense. And, it was no surprise once they put in J.C. Asenauer into that position that the Steelers actually appeared to be doing a little bit better. They blocked a little bit better for Ben Roethlisberger. They actually, Najee Harris kind of had a little bit of a slump last year at the end. It was a long season for him. He had a lot of touches, but you can see that the protection for Ben Roethlisberger, it wasn't the best, but it was getting a little bit better. And so, with this year, with the acquisition or the hiring of offensive line coach Pat Meyer, most recently with the Panthers, there isn't going to be a tie or a connection to Green, making him the guaranteed day one starter at the center position. I think with the acquisition of free agent Mason Cole and Jeremy Daniels, that's going to lead to a lot of changes, and especially in that interior line. We didn't re-sign Turner, and there was a lot of question marks last year about Dotson. I believe it was DK from DK Sports who reported last year that Dotson, the coaching staff wasn't too pleased with Dotson in the beginning of the year. And so, there was a lot of question marks. There was a lot of uncertainty throughout the entire offensive line. And that kind of leads to me going into, I hope that the Steelers take a different approach with the offensive line that they're going to be doing, possibly with the quarterback position. And what I mean by that is I'm hoping that, well, let's go back to last year. Last year we had David DeCastro, who was cut or released, late in the offseason. We had Zach Banner, who we were expecting to, be coming back off of the ACL injury and being the right tackle, which was going to move Chukwu forward to the left side. And all those things were what we were predicting to happen the entire offseason. And by the time training camp and by the time the first game of the season started, it was a complete mix-up and a complete mesh. There was no time for any offensive line last year to gel, much less become a cohesive unit. And so I think that this year, if we can, and I get it, competition brings out the best, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of competition going on. But at this point, I mean, it's football and shorts. There's not going to be that much competition or physicality that's going to be going on. I would hope that the Steelers have an idea of who their starting offensive line is going to be for the year, and that we can start that transition so that we can have that clear edge and have that cohesiveness and that gel that the offensive line didn't have last year, And so, this is a young offensive line. They're going to have to grow and learn together. I believe the oldest player is going to be 25, and even Chukwu, who's in his second contract, is also, higher up there. And so with that being said, my prediction, what I think is going to be happening as far as the offensive line goes, I feel that it's going to be Jeremy Daniels is going to be in the right guard position. I think that the center position is going to be taken over by Mason Cole, and I think the left guard is going to be Dotson's job to lose. I think he's going to have a short leash yet again. He's going to have to prove to the coaching staff that he deserves the position and deserves to be there. Last year, there was questions about him, and it wasn't his physicality or his conditioning, so to speak. I mean, after he was accused not of being prepared for the season start of training camp, a lot of folks took it that he was not conditionally there conditionally well. And so he had posted on Instagram and a bunch of different places, showing off his physical condition. And that's not, what the case is, in my opinion. And I'm not part of the staff, but it's just from the outside looking in. It appeared that, Kevin Dotson played primarily right guard in college, and he was getting moved to the left guard in the pros. And what potentially could have been the situation was he may not have done his homework for that transition for a starting position last year. And that's just a little bit of speculation on my part, but I think that has, more, probably potentially more to do with what happened last year with him. And then not to, the injury that he had, that which took him out of the year, towards the end of the year, didn't help either. So we're starting over fresh. I think that the three interior offensive line are going to be they're going to be what's going to be up to be the battle position. The outside, Dan Moore's going to be rounding off the left tackle, and Chico Four is going to be on the right tackle. I'm sorry. And I mean, he's done very well in the past. I think he's going to only get better. He's still a young guy. I know it's his second contract, but he's still relatively young. He's got, a while to go. And this is going to be a prove it year for him as well. And I look forward to the competition and the battle. Again, this is just football in short. So there's not going to be much we can, we're going to find out. But, getting that default offensive line in place and figuring out who's going to be the starter, or the idea of the starters going on forward into training camp, would be good to know, to get that cohesive and that gel to start. But with that being said, guys, my name is Daniel. This is State of the Steelers. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you have any topics as well, please also, we have a giveaway that'll be going on. Please hit that notification button so that you get notified for the rules and the announcement of that giveaway. But what we're going to be giving away is the Steelers versus Jets home game. It's going to be the second home game of the year for the Steelers. And there's going to be 2 tickets, lower level in the end zone. We're going to be posting up a video here shortly, probably around the 1st of June, about the details, how to get involved into that giveaway. It's for 2 tickets, lower end zone, lower level in the end zone, great seats. And so please just be a subscriber, hit that notification button so that you can see that. Again, guys, my name is Daniel. This is State of the Steelers, and y'all have a great day. Go Steelers.